What is good, champions? My name is Mr. Chocolates, and I've been an esports caster for almost 7 years. I've had the opportunity to work with some of the biggest brands like Red Bull, Puma, and MSI, and I have been lucky enough to be an active member of the ZA FGC, the South African fighting game community. From local weeklies to major tournaments, I've had a front row seat to some of the best games, some of the best players, and I've been able to see the growth of our scene and the people who keep it alive. Join us on this new podcast where in each episode we'll sit down with players, commentators, tournament organizers, and community members to talk about the games we love, the lessons we've learned, and the stories behind the matches. We'll dive into tournament results, community discussions, match analyses, and occasionally head to the whiteboard to break down some knowledge that we can all use to level up. Whether you're a seasoned competitor, a casual player, or someone only now discovering fighting games and the South African fighting game community, you are in the right place. My name is Mr. Chocolates, and it's time to run it back. Welcome back to episode 4, where we're diving headfirst into the start of a legend in the South African gaming scene. She has been a mainstay in the South African scene since she blew up during the UGCZA tournaments, and as well as working yearly at the Red Bull events with yours truly. I'd like to welcome the queen herself, the ever-talented, ever-beautiful, the sweetheart of the FGC, WASABI. WASABI, how you doing, girl?
Hi. Hi everyone. I am doing so great. I am amazing actually. It's a great day today. It's really nice. The weather's great, so I'm in a great mood. And how are you?
Weather's terrible this side. I'm tired. It was AGC this weekend. I'm tired. But I'm good because we get to run it back with our girl WASABI. I know normally you take a very much a partner role in this situation, but this time we're actually interviewing you and the way that you have changed the landscape of casting in South Africa as a caster. So I just want to ask you a couple of questions and just get into everything about how you feel about casting, when you started, why you started, that type of thing. Is that
I'm
cool?
on the spot.
Is that chill with you? Are you cool with that?
I'm fine. I am fine. Shem. I just have to put the introvert cap away and dig out my inner extrovert and talk.
Excuse me, inner extrovert. The introvert cap is a lie. That's cap for real. That's cap for real. We both know that.
Not. Don't be deceived by my yapping. I am as introverted as they come. When I'm not there, I'm in my bed just staring at my phone like this. The whole time.
Doom scroll for real. But
yes.
WASABI, let's get into it. Again, this is the interview episode about WASABI. WASABI, for those of us who don't know, very little of us out there. Like, unless you've been living under a rock, if you don't know what's clapping, WASABI, can you fill us in? Who are you? Who is WASABI? And when did you start in the FGC?
Ew. Hope you guys got a lot of time because I got a lot to talk. So let's see. WASABI started where we all started as children with Tekken 3, when we were all playing it on that PS1, and I was playing and I was like, okay, this is really cool. And then, we all play our games as we grow up. But the start of WASABI herself, as I am right now as the caster, it was back in 2022 actually, when I had just graduated from hospitality management school. And it was during that time of, I wanted to work in hotels. You wouldn't believe it. I wanted to be there in front desk.
Front desk? No.
Desk.
I was thinking higher aspirations,
Next guest,
man.
please.
I was thinking management, walking around the hotel, hands behind your back, checking everyone. Like, have you learned this mix? Have you learned this character?
That was
you know
oh my gosh, guys! No, I wanted to work in hotels. Yes, front desk manager. Be the manager, be there sorting the stuff out. But then the big C, Kovivi, had other plans when it came around, and with that came a whole lot of companies and hotels telling you that they're not going to be hiring new people, reason being that either they want to focus on bringing back the retrenched staff, or they're not going to, like, if you're going to work for them, it will be more of a intern type thing where money's not going to be involved. And it's like, in this economy, no money.
Yeah.
In this economy, excuse you. So it was a whole thing where I was going around looking for the like retail jobs, and it was a time. And then it was around I was in East London, I think it was, with my parents. We went on vacation. So obviously, because I was an adult at that time, we had to get separate rooms, right? So I was in my room one day because we just came back from somewhere, and then we went to our rooms to chill. So I was just sitting there. I was just lying there on my bed looking up at the ceiling, a very movie type moment, just looking up at the ceiling like, damn, what am I gonna do with my life though? Like, where is my life going right now?
Dog, I'm gonna be absolutely real. I did not expect we're gonna get to this point. Like, man, this is I'm ready for what comes next, bro.
Like, literally, I was just lying on my bed. I was like, what am I gonna do with my life though? Because it looks like hospitality is not going anywhere. Job hunting isn't going anywhere. It's just so stagnant. And I'm like thinking, I need money to survive. I don't want to depend on my parents the entire time. I need to do things for myself.
Yes.
What am I gonna do?
Yes.
And I tell you, like, an answer from the heavens themselves. I swear, this is like such a movie moment. This is why I said, while I'm thinking all of that, my phone just went it buzzed. When I looked at my phone, I saw that it was a message from my brother, also kind of known in the scene for his Eddie. He's getting good with that Eddie of his. He sent me a message. It was like a link to a sim racing type of situation, where he was like, so this is a sim racing thing, try out your luck, see what happens, because you never know. And my first reaction was, Doggo, I don't do sim racing. What are you sending this to me for? You know I'm not a sim racer. Like, he's the sim racer between the two of us. He loves Tekken, but he loves sim racing even more. So he was like this, and I was like, but I'm not a sim racer though. But I was gonna sign up anyway, and I signed up. I did the things, the requirements that it needed me to do, and then when I was done, a message in my head, it was like, hey, wait a minute, I could turn this gaming thing into a career, couldn't I?
It is.
I could try this. So I was like, okay, I'm gonna try my hand at being a competitive player. So then I was like, all right, I'm not gonna do sim racing though, because that's not my forte. I don't enjoy it like that. So I was starting to do all types of research. I was like, okay, so what am I gonna do? And I was doing all the research. They were like, there's FPS, your Call of Duties, your Valorants. I was like, no. They came with like your League of Legends, and I was like, no. And then eventually they came with like fighting games, and I was like, wait. And I actually opened that one, and they spoke about Tekken, they spoke about Mortal Kombat, they spoke about Street Fighter, and I was like, I played these games growing up, for goodness sake. Tekken and Mortal Kombat were my staples. Mortal Kombat Shaolin Monks, I play that thing on the regular whenever I feel like booting it up. Tekken 5, I abused the heck out of Tekken 5, my lord. Tekken 6, I know a lot of people didn't like Tekken 6, but that was me just going in on playing with my cousins the whole time, just playing that game. And I was like, you know what? The fighting game one, let's go there. Then I started opening up my laptop, doing research, like, okay, so what do I need to do? They're like, you need this console for this game, and this console costs this much. And I looked at my bank account, and I was like, I'm short the entire amount, so I need to go and ask. And then came the hurdle of asking the parents, because you know the thing where it's like you have to tell your parents now that, hey, so you know, maybe you had aspirations of me being like a lawyer or a doctor or a something in society. So
there's this game, right?
Let me tell you about this video game though. Like, just let me cook for a second. There's this video game known as Tekken. You've seen me play it. It's right here on the PS2. You know what it is. Like, people make a career out of playing this game.
Yes.
And like, I want to be one of them. Can I? And at first they were like, no, you can't, because like, no, that's not a thing. But then at the time I was like, I didn't have all the information ready, and I was just like asking them for like a brand new console to play a game as a career. So naturally they'll be like, what are you talking about?
Of course,
career? Like, what? Huh? So that's when I logged in, and I was like, okay, I need to show them that I'm actually serious about this. And I came with a whole PowerPoint presentation. I sat for days working on that thing.
Damn.
I had stats, I had pictures. I was coming with the pros and the cons because I was like, I need to be honest with them about whether this will work out or not. So I came with everything. I gathered them in the living room. I connected my laptop to my TV. I had music in the background and everything. I had like all the picture memes, and I was like, here's Awanda's presentation on why she wants to be a competitive gamer. And I showed them the whole thing. I think that whole presentation lasted like 20 minutes.
Damn. One day you must bring that presentation and run it back. I'm very sure we all want to see that, dude. One day you must bring it.
I had that whole presentation. I showed it to them. I even provided them with pens and paper. So they were like, if you have questions, please write them down. And I will answer you at the end.
If you have notes, write it down.
I wanted to show them I'm serious about this. So like, here, anything you need to know, I'm ready to answer you. Because I wasn't just doing the presentation, I was absorbing all the information from different websites on like what you need to know, how to prepare your parents and all of that. So I was ready. And then at the end of it, they asked their questions. They were like, okay, so like, what exactly would you need for this to be a thing? I was like, I need a PS4 because it was Tekken 7 at the time. I need a PS4.
Oh, I like to think that they were like, and they like flip through their notes, flip it back, and they're like, and they like completely forgot about the PlayStation, and they're like, what would you need? And you're like, that PlayStation I talked about again, and they're like, put the notes down. I understand.
It's
okay.
like, damn, we're back. By the way, you wanna think for games, by the way. So I was like, yes, I need a PS4. And I'm going to need Tekken 7 and Mortal Kombat 11 because I wanted to do those two because those were my most favorite games at the time. So then after some deliberation, my dad was like, okay, we'll go get the console. I was like, yeah, let's go. Mission accomplished.
Your dad was
presentation works.
Your dad was like, okay, go get my purse. You know what I mean? Like,
I came with all the statistics and everything, and they were like, okay, that works. That's cool. Fine. Away. Let's go get the thing. I'm like, let's go. So we get PS4, we get Tekken 7, we get Mortal Kombat 11. I tried Mortal Kombat 11 first. I was a freaking scrub at that game. Oh my god. And I was trying to train, mind you, I went with the default setting of Scorpion. And I had Liu Kang. And I had Noob Saibot. And I trained and trained. It was not getting any better. It was not getting any better. And I was like, okay, so let's move over to Tekken side. I go to Tekken. And I start gathering my characters. And I was like, okay, from what I've played in the past, I just need to have Feng in the arsenal. I need to have Jin. Gonna have Asuka. And I'm gonna like play around with all these characters and see which one sticks. As we know, who stuck the most when I was actually training, it was the way, the Feng way.
You didn't know which way. I told you.
Didn't know. Exactly. You see, it's in the universe. We didn't know the way until it was the Feng way.
There it is.
So I was training, and at the time we were still trying to get our things gathered. So I was like, okay, I need proper internet for this, but I don't want to rely on Wi-Fi. So we need to get a good Wi-Fi router. We need to get LAN cables. It was also when I was going to start streaming because I used to stream as well.
Yes, I remember those days. Those were really fun days, man.
I want to get back to that at some point. Like, oh gosh, I just need to fix my setup, really. But money. But anyway, I get all that stuff done. I start training, and then eventually I'm like, okay, I need to start playing online though, because I played a lot of offline. I played online. I get whooped a few times, but I'm like, you know what? The whooping is necessary, and I keep playing, and I'm having so much fun. And I'm thinking to myself, all right, I need to find where these things are happening because I know there's actual offlines. But where am I going to find offlines in this country? I've never seen it before. I'm reaching around, I'm asking around from like streamer friends and people, do you guys know where I can find like offline fighting games tournaments? And one of them comes and they're like, let me tell you about these people known as UGC. They're always hosting tournaments. They're always online. They're active. Follow their page and see what they got. And I was like, okay, UGC, let's go. I search up UGC on Instagram. I find it. I hit follow immediately because I was already enamored by the whole logo that had the PlayStation controller
Right.
holding it like this.
Right, the
And I
little
was like,
lightning effects and everything.
I was so taken. I was like, follow. And literally at that time, as I followed, it was not long after that a post came for DNLE. The DNLE that was held at the Rosebank Link.
Whoa, was that still at Rush?
No, I think it was DNLE, like, which one? DNLE 2022. Was it DNLE 2022? Yes, DNLE 2022, the one that was at Rosebank Link, right up there. I don't know if you were there for that one.
That's what I'm trying to think. I know I've been at every DNLE, I think. But that's not like I don't remember seeing you there at the 2022 one.
Brother, I was okay. I know I say I'm introverted, but back then I was even more introverted.
I mean
I
real introvert versus the fake introvert now. I bet.
It is not fake. Stop it. I was in my shell. I was in my shell. I was an awkward kid. I was in my shell. I came with my brother, and we mostly kept to ourselves. I remember when I got there, you know that thing like when you've never been to a tournament before and you want to like you getting there with the mindset of I'm gonna win, you know, I'm gonna get there, I'm gonna do my best, I'm gonna throw hands, I'm gonna win. Let's go. My first game, I had no idea who he was at the time, but my first game was against Solid Jago. I know. I know. My first game was against Jago. It was against Jago. I was looking at him and I was like, okay. I don't know if Jago's gonna watch this. I'm so sorry. I mean, no offense. I'm being very honest. I'm just telling the story. I saw him and I was like, I think I should have this in the bag. Something in me was like, I got this. I was like, I got this. I got it.
Damn, bro. Oh, Jago.
Jago, I'm so sorry.
I'm gonna send you this first when it comes out, dude. When the boys
sorry.
tell me this episode go live, I'm gonna send this timestamp to you, dude.
I'm so sorry, please. I'm so sorry. I judged the book by its cover and I was punished for it instantly. He came with the Murdoch and I got whipped in the first game. I whipped. I was like, wow. I was shamed immediately. I was like, wow, okay, fine. But I was like, listen, I am down, but I am not out. I'm gonna keep coming with my mash tactics. And I mashed, and I managed to get just one round off of him. In that second game, I managed to get one round. And I was like, listen, I got a round. I'm fine.
We start
I'm
small.
fine. I did it.
We start small.
Exactly. I took that small win. I was like, I got it. I won a round. He won the whole thing, but I won a round. It counts, I guess. Yeah. That was my first games. I forgot who my second game was against. But then I got knocked out, obviously, and then I was done. But I stayed behind because I was like, this is where I want to be, though.
Yeah.
You know, this is the place I want to be. I'm watching everyone compete. Jugs was busy as well. He was also playing his king. He was going off. Production was also playing with his label long. I'm seeing Dax and Iggy was there and Callum was there. They're all just playing on that big screen where I'm just seeing Tekken 7 broadcast in front of us over there, and I'm just there like,
Right.
you know that meme? You know that meme that just goes, this is so peak? That was me.
Yeah.
I'm like, this is so peak. Oh my god. I was in my happiest moments over there. All the way till the end, we stayed, we left. And I felt like at that moment I found my place. No, I kept on practicing. There was another announcement of another thing happening, Sunday lunch. Remember Sunday lunch?
Yes.
Oh my goodness. Sunday lunch was happening, and that was my second UGC event. I went there, and then it was on that day that it was just a very chill thing, nothing big. It was just people coming together, playing some games, eating some good food. It was great. And then with the games, there was also a thing where Janae said, anyone who wants to jump on the mic and like just speak, like just come and cast for it. So people were casting, coming and going. And then eventually I just looked at the station where the casting was happening, that couch, and I was like, let me try this casting thing out for size. I don't know what it's about, but apparently you don't need to know what you're talking about. Just go sit there and speak what you see on the screen. At the time it was like, you don't need to know. It's just like,
I feel
just come
touched.
sit.
I feel touched by that comment. I feel like I've got a crosshair on my head, dude. But okay, please continue.
My fault. My bad. Oh, my bad. Okay, so yeah. onto the mic, and I was actually with Tom Bomb at the time, which was great because Tom Bomb knew what he was talking about at the time, so he was filling up a lot of the silences. If you heard me at the moment when he was speaking, anytime the thing was quiet and it was time for me to speak, this was me. I was like, yeah, man, that punch though, whoa, that was sick. And then when Tom was talking to me, I'm just like, yeah, great. That's sick, dog. That was a lot of what was happening. That's cool. Yeah, that's great. But then, even then, I was like, this is fun. I don't know what I'm doing, but oh my gosh, this is fun. Just like talking about this is so fun. And the day ended. And then, I think not long after, UGC moved office from Rosebank Link to Nexus Hub.
Yes.
And that was where I started becoming more open to casting some more. Because I was like, that's actually fun, you know, like while I'm still training on the side trying to be a competitor, I'm really enamored by the whole casting side of things, and I'm like, let me just keep doing this as well. So anytime my game wasn't on, I was there by that desk. There was the desk, and then there was the 2 couches, and the setup changed all the time, but I was always there, got the headsets on, speaking to the camera, introducing myself, going all off, talking about the games, and I was just loving it so much more and more and more. And I don't know what in the world everyone else saw with me when I was speaking, because then it became a thing where Junaid and Omar, anytime I showed up, they were like, come cast.
Yeah.
And I was just like, why? Why?
I'm just here to play, dog. Please.
Why? I was like, what do you like? I'm literally just talking my biggest nonsense right now.
Yeah.
Why? Like, but they like, just keep coming. But I kept enjoying it, and it kept going and going. And my first big casting event was at the Rage Drive in 2023.
Yes.
That was when I was part of Illusion Gaming, and that was shout out to Illusion, my first team. Let's go. That was like when I was really like getting into it a lot more.
Yes.
And seeing this really big stage, and like people are now watching the games, and then it's also a thing where I think the disc was positioned in a way where even though we're looking at the screen, you could somewhat see the crowd as well.
Yeah.
And you're talking and talking. Yeah, we're talking and talking. But then as I'm making comments, I'm seeing people react. Like people are just like looking. Sometimes they just like, you know that thing where you say something and they all just look for you and you're just like, like that type of thing. I'm seeing people just like look out. I'm just like, oh, okay, this is cool. This is really, really cool. I'm enjoying all of it. Like just having the time of my life. It was that one where Dax and T Money had that monumental matchup between the two of them. It wasn't even a final. It was like a round 1.
Yes.
But they were playing like it was a final. And it's just like, what are these guys on? Like we were losing our minds. My co-cast at the time was Argonaut. He was going off. We were both going off. We were losing our minds. We still talk about it to this day, how epic those games were. And it just became a thing where I was always just building as a caster, and I think it came to a moment where I actually started researching casting as well. And the whole thing, even with casting and competing, the big thing was just attend all your local grassroots, which is just such an important thing, where it's like you get your start at your grassroots tournaments, attend all of your grassroots, be there, be present, you know, like do your thing as a person. If you're competing, do your thing, you know. If you're like casting, do your thing. Just like be there, be a presence in the community, because it's all about community building at the end of the day. And I just kept going from there until one day it was actually Junaid who reached out and was like, hey, so there's this thing happening. It's an all-female Tekken tournament, and we want you to be involved as a player but also as a caster. And that was when you and I would be casting together for the whole event. And that event was so sick. Oh my goodness. Seeing the girls come through doing their thing, and we know the big matches between Iron Fist and Queen Arrow. Oh, yay!
Beautiful Tekken. It was such a great way to see Tekken 8 in action. You know what I mean? So good.
Literally, just seeing Queen Arrow come with her Ling and Iron Fist coming with the Lily, just seeing the way they were just so in tune with each other's characters, where you could see that when they were labbing, they labbed specifically for the characters they're playing against and their opponent's play style.
Yes.
So it's like these are people who are trying to get around each other because they are aware of each other's game plan. So they're trying to find that edge, and casting for that was just so crazy because watching these girls do their thing, they're just going off. It's like, yo, bro, what are they doing? Yay! Did you see what she did? She did that thing. She did that thing. Yo, it was such a fun time. You and I could not stand still for a second.
Bro, it was too good.
We could not
man.
stand still for a second. It was so fun, and the entire thing was just an amazing experience. And I think that was the moment that really solidified it for me, because that was in December of 2024. And then it was around March of 2025. I got a DM on my Instagram. I got a DM. And when I opened the DM, lo and behold, was it not Red Bull South Africa in my DMs? And they were like, hey, so we're having a Golden Letters tournament. Product placement.
Hey,
and it's
real.
the nice flavor too.
We out here, dog.
And it's the
Shout
nice
out.
flavor too.
Shout
That
out.
flavor's the best.
Shout out, Gage. Hook us up. Thank you.
We need 3 boxes of them white peaches from to our doorsteps. Stat. Thanks. But they were in my DMs and they were like, hey, so we want to chat to you about Golden Letters that's coming through. I was like, Golden Letters? But most Golden Letters is happening in the UK. What you mean? They're like, no, we're bringing it here. Send us your email real quick. I send the email. And then I get the email from Gage. He's telling me about the whole thing, about there's going to be Golden Letters happening in South Africa. They got permission to do it from the UK people, and they're bringing it here. And they already have you as a caster. They have Tech Girl as the host, and they want me to be one of the casters as well. Mind blown. A whole mind explosion. Not even mind blown, mind explosion. Just, bro, I'm like, Red Bull reached out to me. Like, that was such a crazy thing, because it's like, that's not just a thing where people just reach out to you. Like, Red Bull aren't those types that just like reach out to anyone. Like, when I was telling people, they were like, girl, Red Bull doesn't just reach out to anyone, just so you know. Like, the fact that they came to you personally, you didn't go to them and knock on their door and give them your resume and say, hey, if you ever have something you need, I'm available, this is my credentials. They most likely saw what you were doing in 2024 with the Mzansi thing, and they were so impressed that they were like, we need this one to come for Golden Letters. And it was such a thing where I did not process it at all until I got to Cape Town. It refused to like land in my brain that this was actually happening. The preparations were happening. Get to Cape Town, see the setup on the Thursday, and that was the moment I was like, I'm really here. I'm working with Red Bull South Africa for a Tekken tournament. Golden Letters, something I only watched on a Twitch stream where you see your Aya Richies and your John Dings and your Knees, where they were at that place playing the Golden Letters tournament, and now here I am doing Golden Letters. That was like such a full circle moment. I kind of teared up for a second because I was like, I cannot believe I'm here. Literally 2 years after I started, I'm here now. And that was, I think, when I got like my proper break, I guess you could say.
Yeah. Because
after that, Golden Letters, it was so successful. It was such a great time seeing everyone come together and play the games. And the stage design was based on Tekken 5, and I was like, I can see it. I see the Tekken 5 influence. It was so good. The games were good, man. And who React won the entire thing.
Yes, he did.
And that match against Dax.
Immaculate Saf gameplay, dude. Unreal.
My word, that was peak. It was so nice to watch. Oh my word, it's like if you weren't there, why?
Exactly.
Why?
Exactly.
Because look what you missed now, type of things. Like, why? Look what you missed now. Like,
and you've come to this point where you're now you've already had your second Golden Letters already.
Literally, like, we came to the second one this year, and it was bigger than last year's one. 2 screens, more players, the whole thing where everyone got like nice shirts printed for them. Dude, like,
so good.
it was just that whole thing where after 2024, then I started working more with ACGL, and with other games like PUBG and whatever, but the home was always with Tekken, obviously, and working with them like Comic Con Africa with the whole Toyota the gaming engine. Like the girl was busy.
Yeah.
Last and like in 2024 after Golden Headers, I just got busy, and yo, it was a lot, hey? And now we're here today. Wasabi 2026 came from the second Golden Letters, and yay, it's been a journey getting to where I am. And imagine, it all started with my brother just sending me a message saying, look at this and see where it takes you.
Message,
and we're here now.
PowerPoint, Golden Letters. Like, it's mad. It's always, I've always told everyone how impressive it is, how far you've come in such a very, very short time. You're such a talented caster, and you spoke about starting this when you wanted to compete. Is that still something you'd want to do, or do you feel like you've sort of chosen casting over competing at this point? Because look, I feel like as casters, right? It's important, and this will be a question for you a little bit later, but it's important to obviously not just know the game, but to play it. There's a very big difference between knowing data and actually having a feel for that data in real time. So obviously, you're definitely gonna play the game. I mean, I've seen you online. I've played you online. But would you still compete? Even let's say, never will this happen. But let's say you're not casting at an event, right? And it's close to you. Would you actually go and compete, or would you just go for the vibes?
I would go and compete. I would definitely go and compete. Like, casting is definitely my primary now. That's my home base. But competing is still a thing I enjoy doing. This is why, like, anytime we have events here in Joburg, running them here, if we have time, if we have the type of time, I will definitely sign up to play.
Yeah.
And I have.
Yeah.
I think
No, I
I
get
even
you.
remember it was for the qualifiers for this year's Golden Letters even, that was my first time ever making top 16. I made top 16 and I was like, well, it took like 4 years, but I eventually made it to top 16.
Yes.
4 years. We go.
Yes.
Give me another 4 years and I'm gonna make it to top 8.
Let's go. Let's go. Another 4, maybe top 4. We don't know. We don't know.
It'll take maybe like 48 years, but I'll eventually win my first tournament. Just give me 48 years.
48.
But we'll make it.
We will make it someday, bruh. Someday. Don't worry about it.
It doesn't matter the time. Like I'll just 48 years. It's possible.
Exactly.
Yeah. But yeah, I definitely still do compete when I have the time. Even like whenever HGL's happening, like the
weeklies.
The weeklies, yeah.
Which
I sign
now,
up
by
when
the
I
way,
can.
we're going to be having them once a week instead of twice. Instead of every 2 weeks, now it's weekly. Because the homies have pulled up and we've showed up. You know what I mean?
Definitely.
So,
Yes.
I get you, and I hear that about you. You decided to pick up the mic. It sounded like not a whim, but it was more of a decision made on the moment. Like, this wasn't something you wanted to do since day one. It sounded like you came from a competing background. But just as a question, maybe you have this now. Did you have any influences that made you want to start casting? Or is there any casters that you maybe look up to now, in which you feel like would be the people that you would want to either cast with or cast like type thing?
Yeah, let's see. Yeah, it really wasn't my initial thing. So locally, because my mind was still focused on like the South African scene at the time, I really enjoyed seeing casting from you and Rads and Hawk and Tom Bomb, you and Junaid when you guys are together. The explosiveness and just the overall fun of listening to you guys talk about the game technically, but at the same time putting so much fun behind it that like if someone's a casual viewer, they'll still understand what you're talking about, because you're not just talking about frames. How if you looked at King, he was just -1 on this frame, and if he had just reacted a little bit faster, he would have gotten the edge over. A casual viewer is listening to you talk about frames and -1s and +3s, and you're just like, what?
I didn't sign up for math class.
What are these numbers now?
Exactly.
But then when you got into the fun of it, like talking about like any, for example, just throwing words out there, when you're talking about orbital moves or like the RKOs or tombstone pile drivers and adding all the personality behind it. That's what really just hooks the casual viewers in, where they're just like feeding off of the energy. And I really like that a lot, where it's like you're just like giving people so much energy, and the hype, the more you hype up the game, is the more the crowd gets hyped up. You see them sit up some more, you see them raise their hands, you see them clap, you see them shout, you see them cheer. And I enjoyed that so much, watching you and Junaid, and then Reds and his brother Kuro. They also just have this duo, this dynamic that was just so great to watch. And it's like seeing siblings doing this, so in tune with each other, just like giving all of this nice energy. It was just so great to see, where I was like, I want to do this as well, and just contribute towards like the energy of the entire thing, and just like the fun of it all, you know?
Yeah.
And then internationally, when I started watching more streams, like more internationally streamed games, so like your TWT finals or your Evos or any other of the challenger or master events that happen, and you start seeing your Spags, you start seeing your Tasty Steves, and you're seeing Rip, you're seeing I forget his name, but they all just like in my head, all these people, and you're just seeing them cast, and they speak with all this knowledge, but they just make it so fun to watch. Like, have you seen when Tasty Steve is on his vibe, when he's like going off? Like, have you heard him when he's really in the zone? The things he says, you're just like, what is this guy? It's just such a fun thing to listen to. But then when they get serious and start talking about the game technically, you can feel the love, because they spend so much time studying this game and putting all their hours into understanding the characters and understanding the players behind the characters. Like, that's the most important thing, is like, you can know the characters as much as you want, sure, because you can spend your time saying, okay, Alisa does this, Jack does that, Fakumram does this. Cool. But do you know the people who play those characters?
Yes.
Do you understand them?
Yes.
Do you know Nee? What type of person is Nee when he's playing? What type of person is John Ding when he's playing? What type of person is like the John when he's playing? Who are these people? You know, understand them, understand their personalities, why they pick these characters. Like, you can see the similarities. So say, for example, I see why Nee plays with Brian. It suits him in A, B, C, D, E, F, G.
Yes.
Or I see why Lohai plays this character because of A, B, C, D, E, F, G. So it's just this thing of just wanting to be so in tune with your community, local and international, and just wanting to work with these people. I, for one, would adore the chance to work with any of the casters that I have mentioned. And Naria, the one female caster that I have seen, she was there last year for EWC, Esports World Cup.
Yes.
She was a caster for Esports World Cup. When I saw that, I was like, ha! Ha! Because she was the first female I had seen. I was just like, ha! No! And I was just so excited, and I was like, I want to work with her one day. Definitely. And going with your Spags, going with your Tasty Steves, these are people who one day I really, really, truly wish I can be in the same room with them and work with them and tell them that you have no idea how much me just watching you do your thing, speaking to a camera, influenced me to want to do this as well a lot more than previously. Because so many times you'll get moments where people think the casters don't really matter because people are just here to watch the games. No, people are here to listen to casters also talk their thing, you know what I'm saying? Because they also provide the entertainment to this. The players, obviously, you want to see them pop off and hit them combos and all of that stuff. But you also want to come and hear the voices behind and hear them give their inputs and just add to the excitement and add to the vibes. And it's like, these are the people who one day I truly wish I can be in the same room with internationally. It would be nice if they come here, but I want to go there too.
Yeah, that's true. We also want to go there. Yeah.
Yes, exactly. We're like, hey, so there's something happening, like the Evo happening in Japan. Oh yeah, my passport is ready.
Let's go.
I'll just let you know. You see,
we'll sort it out. Even if it wasn't ready, we will sort it out.
Like, I'll just give me some time, you know. I'll just go to Home Affairs. It takes. Don't worry, I know exactly which Home Affairs to go to make sure it's ready in 3 weeks, not 5 or 7. 3. I know which one. Just give me time. I'll get it done. Exactly. Yes. Invite me. I'll be there. Just, I'll fly there. It's okay.
I get you. So, what is good, champions? this is the end of part 1 in this series. Like we said, we're doing something a little bit different this time with our multi-part series. So make sure that if you finish this video, go and check out the rest of the UGCZA channel to make sure you don't stop filling up on that sick tournament content, and be sure to keep your eyes peeled for part 2 of this series. Catch you later.